Hey gang, what's new? I'm back after a very short break that I took away because I'm still getting over a cold, but I can't leave you guys forever. So, a little bit of an update. I just finished the thumbnail and released the animating myself in VR video, which is a lot of fun. I highly recommend you go check that out. Later in the week, I'm going to be releasing the actual movie that I made, but I can't do that until I make it. I mean, I've got the footage, but I haven't edited it. But I can't get to that yet because I have to make the video today, which is going to be Friday's video, so PJ can edit that, so I can move on to editing Wednesday's video. Before I move on to that, I actually want to show you something, because late last week, if you couldn't tell, I was pretty overexhausted from the full mixed reality VR week. I think like 3 days, 4 days of like full body motion and high intensity, like, especially because your brain has to like constantly keep on top of so many things, like your stream and the VR camera and filming setup, and then actually producing content and having high energy levels, all this stuff. I think it really drained me physically and mentally, where by the end of it, obviously my faculties and even like bodily defenses were quite low, and maybe that's why I got sick when I did. I do this all the time, where I have a big video and then I crash for like days after. And I want to have a safeguard after that. I want to have like a resource of things that I can go to that are good, unwinding, easier going activities. And I've had all these like ideas on my phone for ages, like loads of video ideas, plus ones that you guys have given me over the years as well that I've sort of collected. So I've put together this what I'm going to call the vault. I'm actually going to draw a vault on this. I might do that by the end of today. But this is what it is. I can't give you a close look because I don't want to give away my ideas to you. That's what it looks like. That's categorized from this side is like the high intensity stuff, the stuff that takes like 3 or more days. Then we have like 1 to 2 days, really sort of fun, popular ideas that are probably going to be a little more energy taking. And then over here, we have the sort of more gentle, easier going sort of, you know, things that I can fall back on when I need to rely on something to be gentle on me, essentially, but things that you'll enjoy watching. Tweaks on the character design sessions sort of videos, but then also series like the YouTube Cinematic Universe and something like a character style swap, which I'm going to do today. So yeah, I just thought I'd almost give you a peek at that. But there's a category in there called VR 180, and that's because I now have a VR 180 camera. Now, I can't talk into too much depth about why I have this or how I'm going to be using it. Suffice it to say that I actually, like those of you who have been watching the vlog for a long time know that at the start of the year, this is something I really wanted to get into. This thing isn't even available to the public yet, but I have an early version because I'm working with Google to create some VR 180 content on YouTube. And I'm very excited about that because I've just pestered whatever contacts I have had to say, you know, hey, when you're ready for someone to make VR 180, I'm right here. I want to make VR 180 stuff. So I actually have the camera. They're going to send some more accessories across, and I'll be making minimally 5 pieces of VR 180 content in the next 5 months, 6 months, something like that. So I'm very excited about that. So anyways, that's a bit of a big update. Lots of big and smaller ideas, and then also some little playful ideas and tech pushing boundary things that I want to do, but then also just some simple fun stuff, which is what today's going to be, just some simple fun stuff. I've pre-made a honey lemon ginger drink mix, and it's got grated lemon skin, squeezed lemon, grated ginger, and some lemon sip mix. You grab a heaped spoon of this pre-mixed stuff, pour in a little bit of the juice, rest of the water, and you're good to go. I feel like garbage. Guess what? Really fun change of plans. Oh, this is exactly what I felt like doing today. My computer's broken. Like broken. Switch it off and then on. Fortunately, it's a custom order from Origin, and we have all the warranties that we could possibly get, and they're gonna send someone to come pick it up
in the next 40 minutes and it'll get to them tomorrow and they're gonna fix it ASAP. But I don't have a computer, but I also have to get this packed up in the next 40 minutes. So I'm gonna pack up my computer and ready to send off. Alright, silver lining. The Flash Forge box has been kept and all the foam and the box itself are a perfect fit. So I'll cut the edges around here and close it off and it should be a really, really snug box for shipping. Okay, that is now ready for the delivery people when they come pick it up. In the meantime, as you might imagine, that somewhat changes the trajectory of what was going to happen today. I need to sort of use more of my time and energy recuperating, figuring out what files I do and don't have access to. Fortunately, I have an automatic backup system, so this computer should always be backing up to a backup hard drive that I have sort of on site but not in the same building. And then also that backs up to the cloud. So with any luck, I should be able to pick up where I left off. Not 100% sure if that's the case, but let's find out. How you going? I didn't know what to use or what to stick to what.
Yeah, this gets stuck on there. So, and then did you want to keep your half of the copy?
Thank you very much.
Have you? Oh, yeah, that's alright.
Not too bad. Alright.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers, mate. Have a good one. A part of me has just died inside. Now in theory, everything I've been working on should have been automatically backed up to this, this backup computer that we have set up. So I'm going to copy these across here and in theory, they should be exactly where I left off. So I'm opening the last file I worked on before the computer died. With any luck, it looks like I can pick up where I left off on a much more humble setup with my laptop and an external monitor connected. I tried to get my ultra-wide on the laptop, but I don't know if my laptop can't handle it or if I need a driver or something, but I don't have enough time to fiddle around with it because I need to get back on track. I'm playing catch up now. Oh, there we go. This is picked up where I left off. With the computer that I've sent off to be repaired, one of the things that nearly always caused the computer to crash and was actually the final nail in the coffin to it not turning on again is warp stabilizer for some reason. It only ever crashed in Premiere, and it was warp stabilizer that was one of the major things that was most reliably able to make it crash. Particularly through the analyzing, so hitting analyze, and this laptop is much slower, so it's going to take quite a long time to there you go, to 3%, there you go, to warp stabilize this whole clip. The other computer would have warp stabilized this in, you know, under a minute, but yeah, it often crashed, and the last time it crashed was the last time I did this, and it just wouldn't turn on again. I've never really heard of that before. I'm curious if you guys have ever had any experience with software that reacted badly, or hardware that reacted badly to particular software actions. I don't know, but it was only ever Premiere that the computer blue screened in, and it was the WHEA uncontrollable error, which is hardware related. Initially I thought it was RAM, but it wasn't RAM. I tested all the RAM. I was going to stress test the motherboard, but something died before I got the chance, so maybe it was the motherboard. But still, the fact that it was nearly always, as far as I'm aware, Premiere that made it crash, and then it also this warp stabilizer function was almost always the culprit. So I don't know, let me know if that's something you've ever come across. But all that said, the good news is I have every file down to the last time I saved on the other computer because I have the local backup constantly running, which is just such a relief. So I can literally pick up where I left off on my laptop and just keep going. Okay, that's today. I'm done. I'm wrapped up at 6 p.m. and I'm caught up even though I'm working on my laptop. I gotta say, it's a more disastrous day than I expected, sending off my, heart and soul computer off to be repaired. But I could feel worse. Like, I'm actually sort of left feeling quite grateful for a number of things. Like, really grateful that I have a media server that has backed up everything so I can just pick up where I left off. I'm not like behind, which is a big deal. I can just move ahead creating content tomorrow. And honestly, the worst part of what's happened, aside from, not having the computer and hopefully getting it back in one piece, is just that I didn't get to record a video today. But that's, like, considering how much damage could have been done or how much stuff could have been lost, this is pretty good. This is an okay outcome of a problem. That being said, it's time to wrap up the question of the day, and I'll take it from Gail B, who said, is the Fix My Kids Art hashtag for Twitter only, or is it open to Instagram too? I'm going to leave it to Twitter only. I'm sorry for anyone who's an Instagrammer, but that's just so it's all in the one place for me. Also, I apologize for the use of the phrase fix my kids' art. I know that sounds really brutal. I just should clarify, I'm not going to be brutal. I'll be quite kind. I'm actually going to blur out all of the kids' faces because I don't want to, I don't know, it just feels, I don't want it to seem exploitative or in any way unencouraging. So I won't even use the phrase fix my kids' art in the video. I'm just going to use the hashtag to find the art because I already set that up. But I'm actually going to refer to it as just reimagining your kids' art instead, because I feel like I didn't think that one through enough, especially as a dad. I'm like, I need to make sure I'm doing this in a way that other parents would be happy with. So I promise that I will do so with respect and integrity, and it'll be fun. I think anyone who gets involved can have a fun and encouraging result rather than something that makes them feel like they're being fixed or not good enough, because that's the last thing I want to do. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching today. This was different, but this stuff happens in life and it could be worse, and we have exciting stuff coming up, as I hinted towards. Didn't get time to draw the vault thing, but I'm just trying to stay treading on water for now.
So, Jazza has lost his voice. Well, he hasn't totally lost it, but he's trying to rest it. Which means that MJ has also lost his voice. Oh, it came back! Magic! Show me how you lost it again. Oh,
I want to hold it.
Say hello.
Hello.
Say, I'm MJ.
I'm MJ.
See, I lost my voice.
Yeah, that's my foot.
Now show how you lost it. Turn around. Oh, God.